The Texas housing market is changing quickly. And when it comes to Texas, inventory has been the story and it still is the story. So before, during the pandemic days when everybody was rushing to Texas, we couldn't build enough houses to support that Russian people. But now we have too many houses. The inventory, which is the available homes for sale, keeps going up. That is putting pressure on home sellers to lower their prices, and that is also putting pressure on home builders to offer massive incentives. I did another video on this channel earlier about how Texas home builders are offering more in incentives on their new constructions than pretty much any other state besides Florida. And that is all due to the fact that there are so many houses coming on the market, and the market has been slow with home buyers, with some of the biggest home builders saying like they're not even really seeing the amount of action that they normally would see for this spring market. So there's a lot that I want to cover today, and also towards the end of this video I'm going to reveal the hottest and the strongest market. So there is one housing market in the whole state of Texas that has prices going up faster. It ended up hitting the top 60 strongest housing markets in the country, according to my data source, ResiClub, which I absolutely love. I'm going to pull up a few different data points here and go through a few different things, so try to stick with me. My name's Stephen Harris. All I do all day is help people make good decisions about the homes that they want to buy or sell in the great state of Texas. I am dual licensed mortgage lender and a real estate broker. So my team and I can help with pretty much all of your real estate needs. And if you are buying or selling a home anywhere around here and you want a team that is going to use the data to help you make decisions and get the most for your house, or get the best deal on the house that you're going to purchase, let's set up a strategy call. Link is in the description. All right, diving into the numbers here, I'm going to start statewide, and then I'm going to work my way down into all of the major metro areas: Austin, Houston, Dallas, San Antonio. We got a lot to cover, so let's get into it. Median list price for the great state of Texas right now is $379, and the median price on new listings is $375. That's really good indication of a kind of strong pricing right now. So if the houses that are already on the market are listed at a certain price and then the new ones are pretty close to that price, that means things are kind of selling around that price, and we found a little bit of stability. All right. Average price per square foot is $185. That's actually going up, and that's because we're in that spring market where everybody's moving, everybody's buying or selling. Average days on market is going down. Now, if you were in my last video, then I told you this is what we need to pay attention to. As we move into spring, are we going to see the average days on market go up or go down? And they seem to have been going down. Look, in January, it was 91 days. That was the median days on market, which kind of takes out the outliers and just lets you know we're right around the middle. Now that's at 63. So people are buying, and they're buying right now. So if you're in Texas, it's going to be a really good time to put your house on the market. Don't wait too late. All right. And price decreases. So look, 36% of the homes that are hitting the market are seeing price decreases. And that's almost a third of the houses. It's over a third of the homes that are on the market. And what I've been seeing is one of the big reasons why we're seeing these decreases is because people are pricing too high versus the quality and the condition of the house that they're listing. So the people that actually put in the work to make those houses look nice and look appealing to the person that's going to buy it, they're not having to see these price drops. And they're also not seeing 63 days on the market. So it's just something to keep in mind. And as a home buyer too, when you're seeing those really, really nice houses pop up on Zillow, don't think that just because everything else is sitting for 50 and 60 days that you can knock 10 grand off their price, or you're just going to wait them out, right? Because the best houses are going to sell fastest. And so if you see it, you like it, you better jump on it. All right. Inventory is up. Inventory is the story. Remember, more and more houses are coming on the market. 116,000 total units. And for all my renters out there, the price of rent is just going up and up and up. So it's at $2,195. That's the average for the entire state. And if we were to look at the entire state of Texas and say whether it's a buyer's market or a seller's market, which is really hard to do because every little metro is different, Right now, slight seller advantage, okay? Let's drill down to some of the actual metros, and I'm gonna start with Austin. So I service Austin, Round Rock, Georgetown, Gerald, on up into the Killeen, Fort Cavazos area. So if you're looking to buy or sell a house and you wanna work with me directly, this is my primary market. Now, the median list price in Austin is actually going up, which I didn't expect, right? And it's funny because pre-pandemic, the median list price was in the 350s, 400s. Now we're at 531. So it's been holding strong, even though Austin was one of the hardest hit when it came to that post-pandemic, right? So I want to go over to another little chart. Looking at the housing prices in Austin, year over year, it's down by 3%. And since 2022, the peak of everything is down by 22%. But even still, the median list price is 531. A couple things I want to look at here. Market action is picking up. So that median days went down from 98 all the way down to 42. I've been seeing homes are selling faster in Austin. We're seeing a little bit of a boom. So right now is the time. Like everybody says, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. We're in the middle of the dip. Buy now. If you're gonna grab something here, it's a really good time. But this 41% price decrease, there's still a lot of overpriced homes. Over 9,000 homes on the market right now, so that's pretty high. Let's see what that looks like since post-pandemic. So over 9,000 homes on the market, and as you can see, since like around pandemic time, that has just shot up, right? It's just shot up, and that is it. So as there's more homes that hit the market, you're gonna see prices go down. Right now, things are kind of picking up for Austin. It's looking a little bit better. I think Austin has seen the worst. Okay, I'm gonna pop over to San Antonio because it's like Austin's little brother there. All right, 343 is the median list price. Median price on new listing is 340, so they have pretty good stability in their pricing. Average days on market is going down. It's at 122 now. Median days is 70. That was up to 91 towards the beginning of the year. So they're seeing more action. Same thing, 44% price decreases. We're overpricing those houses. We're not doing the right things to get the houses sold at a good amount of time. But an interesting little thing to look at when it comes to San Antonio, New Brunswick area is that rent. Look at that. That median rent is dropping by a little bit. Now it looks like a big dip. So 1835 is the median rent. That market action is picking up. Spring market, that's what you're seeing. A lot of people are hopping in. I also want to pop back over here and see, okay, San Antonio. So year over year, it's seeing negative 2.4% in home values. And since the shift in 2022, negative 8.3%. So it has seen a pretty big dip, but not nearly as big as Austin. Okay, I'm gonna pop in on Houston. What's up, all my Houston people? I get a lot of people reaching out to me from the Houston area. I love y'all. I have a great group of real estate partners down there. I wish I could be there myself to walk y'all in and out of these houses, but my partner group down there is amazing. They're so good. And they're telling me that it is a nice buyer's market, especially on the outskirts. Median list price, $379. Median price for new listings, $380. So it's got some stability, $177 a square foot. All right, look at this 32% price decrease. So we're still seeing a lot of price decreases, but not as bad as some other areas. Median rent, $2,250, and the inventory is going up. 29,000 houses out there for sale, 29,000. And I want to get into something a little bit later about why this is, because this takes in new construction. And one of the things about new construction is Texas is the largest builder of homes. I'm going to show y'all some numbers in a little bit to give you a little proof of that. But before I do that, I want to pop in on Dallas real quick. Now, Dallas is a very healthy, strong market. Median list price, $446. Same thing for new listings, $440. So we got stability. Price per square foot is $200. And these median days are going down. So homes are sitting a little bit longer in Dallas, which is interesting. And so this 42% price decrease. All right. And why do I say that's interesting? Because I told you I was going to tell you what the hottest market is in Texas, and it is this Dallas Fort Worth area. I'm going to pop over here to Zillow's market heat index. All right. And based on what Zillow has to say, look, if you look at these little dots, right, this kind of purple are the cooler markets, and then the hotter markets are over here in this orange onto red. Now, when we look at everything else is pretty cool. Everything else is pretty cool and moving slow. So when we look at Dallas, Dallas is the hottest market in all of Texas. So that is the place where home sellers have the most advantage. So if we look at that number, it's 56, and let's compare it to like a Houston, 49, right? Or if we look over here, 52 in Austin, 47, those are pretty neutral. But at this 56, this is starting to err on the side of a hotter seller's market. And that is actually a little bit slower than it was last year, which is a surprise to me. But it will not be a surprise to me if we see this number continue to go up for the rest of the year, because I think more and more people are going to start buying as we've got used to these interest rates. I call it interest rate fatigue. And all these home builders start offering more and more incentives. And that is the thing that I want to show you next. Okay. So Houston and Dallas are the epicenters of single family home building in America. I want to show you of the top 10 metros in the whole United States. Houston and Dallas have the most single family home building permits. 24,750 in Houston, 20,839 in Dallas. All right, now we got a couple other states that made the list, but if we look again, Austin, Round Rock, San Marcos, 7,000 new home permits going up. So that is definitely something to keep an eye on right now. To me, it's one of the best times to buy a new construction home in Texas. Now, although a lot of people have a problem with the quality of some of these new construction homes, and one of the best ways to hedge against that is to not go to the very largest builders in America. And if you do, you have to be on them, okay? You have to stay on them, stay on top of them to make sure that your particular house gets the care and attention that it deserves. And you can feel confident knowing that you just spent all this money on this brand new house and somebody's going to be held accountable and take care of the things that need to be taken care of. So I got one more little thing I want to share with you before we pop out, and I want to show you which are the most overvalued markets in Texas. So I bet you can guess, right? The hottest market is probably the most overvalued. And I'm trying a new software here, this Reventure app, and they've got an overvalued percentage. And that is based off of the value, the home value to income ratio. And if you look, Dallas is overvalued by about 25.9%, and that's based on incomes over the long term. They say the fair market value out there should be more like 294, a little bit closer to 300. And then coming up behind that is going to be the Houston area at 18.6. Then if we go over here to this Fredericksburg area, look at that, it's 30%. Wow, wow. And then Austin, 8.5%. So that's a really, really interesting stat. Austin has seen a really big dip, right? So it would make sense that if they lost 20% value on average out there, that the percentage of overvaluation would be a whole lot lower. Buy the dip in Austin. I think that's the moral of the story. Buy the dip in Austin. All right. So that is our housing market. I'll pop on San Antonio here real quick, 12.9. So that is our housing update for April 2025. I think right now we are in a really strong buyer's market. Home buyers, look for deals, be patient, look past some of the cosmetic issues of these homes. And if you see one that comes on and everything else fits your criteria, but the cosmetic issues are the problem, as long as you got a few bucks to fix that, I think it's a really good time to scoop up one of those, get all your closing costs paid, and come in a little bit lower on the price. Now, for my home sellers, it's back to fundamentals, all right? Make sure the grass is cut and looking good. Upgrade those flower beds. It's spring right now. Put some color in front of your houses and do the touch-up paint and the fixes and repairs. Get some really, really great pictures and your house will sell. There is still demand despite high mortgage rates, despite all of the crash news, like there's still demand for your house. No, you might not make a mint off of it if you bought it over the last few years. Like, we just have to understand that. But real estate is a long-term investment. Here's the formula. You buy it, you hold it, you improve it, all right? You hold it some more, and then you sell it. And that's how you're gonna make your money. If you're looking to buy or sell a home anywhere in the great state of Texas, let the team help, all right? Let's book a strategy call. The link is in the description. Thank you for spending some time here with me today. Got a couple more videos that you might like. Check those out. Thank you for everything. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.